conclusions with the press and with everybody present. I think I can speak on behalf of the whole delegation when I say that the meetings we had with freedom fighters, with family of victims, with witnesses of the 1971 genocide in Bangladesh was the most impressive part of our fact-finding mission. It is mentioned by other speakers before, 4 renowned scientific institutions have confirmed that what happened in 1971 clearly was a genocide. We have a scientist, a political analyst, 2 Bangladeshis in our European delegation. We have studied the materials that were offered to us. We have visited the War Crimes Tribunal, the Liberation War Museum. We have talked to the Department of Genocide Studies of Dhaka University. We've talked to scientists. We've talked to the Dutch ambassador. All very important, but I repeat, the meetings we had with freedom fighters, family members of victims, and witnesses was the most important and the most impressive. Yesterday, after we had the conference in the Seniors Club, which I'm very thankful that the Seniors Club Limited was so hospitable to host us for 2 days. Thank you very much. I salute the president of the club, Dr. Salim. After the symposium, we went to killing sites, and very impressive was our visit to the killing site Yogurt Motopara, where I was able to meet with a lady who must have been around 90 years old. She was a witness when 34 villagers were killed in her village. Her husband and her children were not there at the moment, they survived. Even 50 years later, today, we could see the grief and the pain in her eyes. And this only proves that we are late with recognition, but not too late. The people that find recognition on a personal level important are still alive. So we are not too late, but we must hurry. And therefore I repeat what I have said in Dhaka, what I have said in the conference yesterday. It took 100 years to have the Armenian genocide internationally recognized. We are now 50 years after the 1971 genocide. It will not take another 50 years to have the Bangladesh genocide recognized. It will not take decades, maybe years. But we, in collaboration with our partners here in Chittagong and in Dhaka, we will work on international recognition based on the stories that we have heard. Maybe inviting a witness to the Dutch Parliament, to the UK Parliament. When we go back to our respective countries, we will report on our findings. We will tell your story to our politicians, because we will ask from our politicians to recognize the 1971 genocide. And we will ask from our politicians to bring that story and that recognition to the European Union and to the United Nations, because that's where it belongs. The 1971 genocide in Bangladesh is not just a matter of Bangladesh and Pakistan. It is a matter of the world. The world looked the other way at the time it happened. We have seen in the Liberation War Museum the newspaper clippings, the photos, the testimonials. It was all known to the world. But the world, the international community, chose not to interfere, chose to support Pakistan, because Pakistan was an ally of the West. Bangladesh was the victim of the Cold War between East and West. Your citizens, the villagers of the places that we've been to yesterday, Yogurt, Molopara and others, they paid the price for the political choice that was made in the United States of America, in Europe and in other places in the world. And therefore we owe it to you that we will do whatever we can to get this recognition, and to get this recognition soon, so that the 90-year-old lady and others are still around when that happens. So when we go back, we will again go to the press, but then to the Dutch press, to the UK press and others, and tell your story by giving conferences, by writing articles, giving radio interviews, as we have done before we went on this fact-finding mission. We will do it again when we get back. And if we have to come back to Bangladesh again to support international recognition, then we will. Then we will, all of us. So, as much as we have counted on your support, the press, you may now count on our support internationally. Because we realize that only together, you and us, the freedom fighters, the witnesses, the family members, the press, we can bring this story to international attention, leading to international recognition. Thank you very much, and as we always say, joy Bijna.